Hello and welcome to the October edition of Pork Talk. With a few pauses along the way, European pig prices have been rallying strongly since the end of March, leaving the British standard pig price somewhat behind. We'll come to some supply and demand reasons for this later, but before then, let's have a look at the SPP itself, and typically why it doesn't move up quickly or down quickly. The first thing to note is that the SPP only observes the market. Each week, the SPP is calculated from scratch from a representative sample of pigs that were killed in that week. The SPP doesn't record how the price of each of those pigs was decided. Some of those pigs might have been traded on the spot market, but the vast majority will have been sold on contracts. Contracts vary in how they derive their weekly prices. Pricing elements may include the cost of production, they may be linked to a published price, or a weekly contribution from the processor, and they typically have a combination of these. Some contracts will have a fixed price. An element that is common to a lot of contracts, however, is the SPP itself, and this of course will be the SPP from a previous week or sometimes even longer ago. Of all these elements, it's only two of them, the weekly contribution and the spot price of pigs, that really have anything to do with the supply and demand for pigs in the particular week the SPP is calculated. The rest either reference prices from a previous time period or have little to do with the short-term supply and demand for pigs at all. In the absence of another widely used price discovery mechanism like, for example, a vibrant spot market, it's quite understandable why an old SPP is used in so many pig contracts. However, it is this practice that makes the SPP slower to fall and slower to rise than, say, European pig prices, which are much closer to a spot market. This is why the SPP doesn't react quickly to supply and demand fundamentals, regardless of whether the market is rising or falling. At the moment, European prices are strong, but there are market fundamentals to suggest why the UK price might have been slow to react to European prices going up anyway. In the year so far, production has been growing in the UK, while in almost every other pig-producing country in Europe, except Spain and the Netherlands, it's been falling. In Germany, for example, supply has fallen by more than demand, and exports are lower year on year. Demand for pork across the whole of Northwest Europe is reported to be weak, and it is this local market for fresh pork which generally means the most for producers' returns. Exports to China, which tend to be of lower value cuts, have to go some way to making up the difference, although they have been growing strongly. But with such a large disruption to Chinese pork production, the world's most important market, and more UK plants receiving approval to export to China, we are reaching the point where this is doubtless going to become an important influence on the UK market, and a positive one. For the latest information regarding developments in the British pork market and further afield, please visit the prices and stats section on the AHDB pork website.